Good morning. Excuse Wendy's voice. She's currently playing some Hades, but you just got to listen to mine. We are going to go and talk about something called the numpad notation. It is going to be crucial for you to understand why this document is the gem of all fighting game documents. But before that happens, we need to understand what these numbers mean. They correspond to the direction that you have on a stick. Now, in a stick, it's super easy to understand because if you don't press anything, you are at neutral. We call that a 5. So, example, a 5 MP would just be something called a standing MP in usual SF terms. A 2 MP would be a crouching MP. So on and so forth. Some people will obviously have a directional MP. So, like, for example, 6 MP would be Akuma's overhead, where he does that. Bam, bam, double hits. So you have several numbers that denotes a particular motion. So if we think about what a 2, 3, 6 is, you can see that in this motion right here, a 2, 3, 6 is a quarter circle. A 6, 2, 3 would be a dragon punch. So again, a 2, 3, 6 would be something like this. And especially for Chun, she has the down-down input. The down-down kick input, or 2-2K, 2-2MK, will be her headshot kicks. That's how we read every single number before the attack button. So these numbers are not corresponding to how many times you hit that button, but the direction. Direction, attack button. So again, a 2-1-4 would be her Sanchu. Going into this document, though, this is where the huge amount of data gets presented to us. We're going to ignore the Okizeme tab first, and we're going to go into a combo tab. And we're just really just going to pick a very, very basic combo. Here, this jump HK. This jump HK, 4 HP into, it's like a little cancel, a 2-6-3 heavy kick followed by a 2-3-6 light kick is a jump heavy kick into a back heavy punch. Double check other links. Into heavy kick lightning legs. Into, well, I think it's a juggle combo right here. Into light kick lightning legs. The jump arc's weird. This is 47 frames. That is the entirety of that combo. Jump back kick, and that's all I just read. And it's a little bit of translation exercise that you're having to do because you have to get used to the numpad notation with this document. It's not too bad. It tells you how much damage you do. It tells you where you can do it. So the juggle only works in the corner. See, the second lightning kick does not reach. It's a corner only combo. It also tells us something called a KNDF, a knockdown advantage. And what this knockdown advantage is going to do is going to allow you to go and access how to read the Okizeme tab. And all I'm now going to do is have a look at, well, what move did I end with? I ended that move with lightning kicks, and it gave me a 45 frame advantage. If I scroll down, here there is a setup, a sequence that I can do after a 45 frame knockdown advantage, I can go down into any of these moves. I'll be talking about this in just a moment. I also have all of these 45 frame sequences that I can do.
Where?
And this is where it's going to get you into the part in the mind of like, oh, that's why these counter hit. That's why this works. That's why this has never worked. We're going to have a look at a really simple one to begin with first. And it's going to be this one. We can only do it in the corner. So let's go set ourselves up in the corner.
Go.
And again, that combo we're doing is jump heavy kick, lightning kick, light no kicks. But tells us we've got a 45 frame of advantage afterwards, and with those 45 frames of advantage, we perform the sequence of a frame kill, something that kills enough frames. So let me just do the 6 HK. And 6 HK, going back to our combo notation, would be a... Let's see if you get it. And see respond. What does a 6 HK mean? It's a forward heavy kick. And let's have a look at whether or not we gain any advantage afterwards. Notice that we are left with advantage, specifically 4. I feel like there should have been a 5 frame advantage because I did it actually a frame late. So let's try that again. I don't play Chunt. Yeah, we are left with a 5 frame advantage. And that's a 5 frame advantage. After this particular frame kill, I'm allowed to do standing medium punch. Neutral medium punch, standing medium punch. And that's going to give me something called a strike throw mix. And this strike throw mix means that if they decide to press a button, if Akuma decides to press a button on wake up, for example, a light punch, I will score a counter hit. Notice that he pressed a light punch, it never came out. That medium punch connected, and you saw a counter hit off to the side. Once more. No. And after this stand medium punch, I'm left with 9 frames of advantage. I already got the hit on. That means it's still going to be my turn. So what can I do with a stand medium punch follow-up? And I might want to go into some basic bread and butter. Discord, you can fuck off for a bit, thank you. This basic B&B. Literally the first combo that goes into that. A stand medium punch, crouching medium punch, into medium kick spinning bird kick, SPKs. So that's going to be... I don't play charge, but you get that idea of that. Goes into spinning bird kick. Something that you do at the end of the advanced free combo anyway. Whiff, hit. So that was the connection of one jump-in combo, which was this one, a jumping combo. I went in to see what frame advantage I had after this. I did a frame kill, a meaty, and that meaty allowed me to go into a different combo with a different ender. Now, spinning bird kick also has a specific amount of knockdown because it knocks down and it gives us a 34 frame advantage, which allows me to go into any of these particular sequences. Now, you got to think, right? I only just showed you what happened after one. After that light lightning kick finished, I whiffed the heavy kick, forward heavy kick, into a stand medium punch. I could have done something else. With 45 frames of advantage, there's lots of things that you could do to do. So let's show you just another example. That crouching heavy kick, that's gonna be the thing that we whiff. And then the meaty is going to be a back heavy punch. So after lightning kicks, we are going to whiff this into stand medium punch. So basically just a different whiff button back into the same. Come on. No, it's a crouching heavy kick. Sorry, it's a back heavy punch. Again, I counter hit right there. And that counter hit back heavy punch, ooh, juicy, gave us a +10 advantage right there. And that +10 advantage probably allows us to hit another button afterwards. Well, it will. But I can't do another back heavy punch because we're out of range. And now I'm going to start exploring. Okay, well, there's a bit of a gap there. $12 frames of advantage. Crouching medium punch hits. Crouching medium punch into just lightning legs. EX lightning legs. And I can start thinking about just finishing with a different special move. And that different special move is going to allow me to go into maybe exploring something else in the combo. Or back into... Oh, well, I can do after EX lightning legs. Ah, this is good. Okay, so let's have a look. If I do crouching medium punch into EX lightning legs, I have a 29? I have a 29 frame advantage. Okay. I'll go into the tab where it says there's 29 frames of advantage, and I can go and do a forward dash frame kill into a back heavy punch. But again, making sure that he hits the button first. And I can explore this entire document and having a think about optimizing my combo later on. But we start with the combo tab first. We look at what our ending move is. We look at what knockdown advantage it gives. We go to the knockdown Okizeme tab and see what sequence we are going to be running after that specific knockdown. So for example, right, our first combo just now was into lightning. Okay, so obviously he does a jab. Don't jab me, thank you. But what happens if we end it in just the heavy legs? If I just end it in heavy legs, I have a 50 frame advantage. If I follow up, I have a 45 frame advantage. Now obviously, I only do lightning legs for a juggle in the corner. But what happens if I can't do the lightning legs? I still have a 50 frame advantage. So I ended the combo at... here. Jump heavy kick, back heavy punch, heavy lightning legs. I did not do this last put. So ending in heavy legs gives me a 50 frame advantage. I go back to my Oki tab and I look at, okay, well, is there anything I can do after heavy legs? Aha, a whole section right here where after heavy legs, I have got the idea of double dashing twice. Look at that. Double dashing twice. For Chun-Li was 38 frames. One dash is 19. Two is... come on. Two is going to be 38 frames. So I kill enough frames and then into my meaty setup. So that's going to be heavy legs. Double dash. Back heavy punch. Hits meaty. And now I did it off. Okay, let's see if it works. I'm not dashing quick enough. There we go, see? Plus 7 frames of advantage. No. Crouching medium kick reaches. Double dashing is not my forte. Might be yours. Yeah, crouching medium. I'll just do crouching medium kick into legs.
Don't need any of that.
I don't have to do medium legs. I can have done EX legs afterwards as well. And I've got myself that same EX leg knockdown, and I go back into the next sequence of here. Okay, it's EX legs, forward dash, one forward dash if it's in a corner, one forward dash into crouching heavy punch. And I get that idea of, okay, that's how I read the meaty section. However, it is not just meaty in this idea. There is lots of things that you can do because it's meaty, it's strike, throw, and shimmy. So what can I do to bait out potential things like shimmying? Again, going back to that same document of, let's just go back to that first document. There is a strike throw mix-up in that first sequence that I showed you. And remember that the frame kill was forward heavy kick, and then the meaty was stand medium punch. I do not have to think about pressing the stand medium punch after my whiff. Because after this whiff, I have the ability to strike or throw. So I can replace this. I can't actually say it, but I can replace this with throw. Let's just make sure he's got light punch on. Okay. And I've already added 2 options. Now, why do we think strike throw is going to be a useful tip right here? Well, actually, that's a meaty, right? Everyone at Diamond and above, even at Platinum and above, knows that there are setups where they have to respect the next button and block. So the layer after that would be the idea of, if they're blocking, we're going to throw. So we have a strike throw mix up based on just this one line. We can do the same thing with this. We can do the same thing with lightning legs, dash, crouching heavy punch. We can just strike. There's no throw opportunity. So there are going to be things that you can do and you can't do as you read through this document. And you have to then start thinking, okay, well, what does it all mean? There's, I mean, like really basic overhead, for example. After our basic combo, that ends in spinning bird legs. We've got a 34 frame knockdown advantage. And with those 30 frames of advantage, we're going to drive rush into overhead. And what that's going to do is going to hit him. They decide to do a slow, let's say they do a slow crouching button. Okay. That's not slow enough. Let's do a really slow button. Still not slow enough. Do a heavy punch. And we get ourselves a little overhead advantage right there. Plus 10 as well. Back heavy punch works. something to do with the back heavy punch afterwards. Again, that's kind of like the little small sections that you've been doing in the combo trials start to link together. Like, oh, back heavy punch can go into that combo, back heavy punch can go into Serenity Scream. And you don't have to sit there and learn every single combo yet. You pick one or two. You look at the last move. You go back to the Okizeme and you learn an Oki. You learn a sequence after that. Some you can do it anywhere. Some you can only do it corner. Some will hit overhead. Some will be just, it's your turn after this move. Some of them you can even bait for. Now, for example, we can learn to bait throws. So if we do spinning bird kick to finish off, we drive rush, and then we do a crouching medium punch. It is not going to hit. It's this side. Hey. See? And that throw whiff, because they decided, thought a throw was coming, that throw whiff left us at 30 frames of advantage. Plenty of time to do forward heavy punches, walk and do back heavy punches. And you start exploring what you can do, what you can't do after spinning bird kick, after heavy legs, and then your sequence you read across. I've rambled way too long already. Have a good day.